Hi, everyone. It's Nea Clare, and we are live. We are ready to begin our conversation um, about how we're going to do our activation today. Checking in with all of you to see how you're doing. Um, Such a good day. Even the rain, it just feels like things are clearing away. I don't know about you, but that's how I've been feeling. Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm so loud. Hi, Jennifer. Hello, hello. We're in the right place today. That's a start, right? We're in the right place. So say hello. Let me know you're on. If you're where you're joining from, if you're joining from the Soulwise Circle, or if you're joining from um, out on YouTube. Either way, that's wonderful. Hi, Mary Catherine. I'm so glad you're on. Really, really, really excited for those of you who are joining me today. Um, yeah, if you're in Minnesota, it's raining, right? We're getting a lot of rain today. And I gotta say, there are times where rain just feels like it's not what I want. I really would love to be outside, out and about, doing my thing. And yet, what's really, really, really great is this morning I had to take the dog outside to do his business. And I was just overwhelmed by the smell of this fresh smell of green, of that fresh spring smell that it just smells new and green, but it's like that new green. It's not like old green. I know it's like not dark green, but light green. And it just struck me that, really these spring showers are really renewing, and they wash everything anew and brighten it up. And I'm thinking, well, how can I step into that in what's happening with me in this current moment? Hi, everybody. I'm so glad you're on. Everybody. We are gathering today on Sunday. And isn't it amazing that we're not taking days off? I think that's really, really cool. And this morning I will tell you, I was thinking, gosh, I should really take a day off. I know I was thinking that, like, because I'm in the middle of working on my son, finishing up my son's yearbook for their school. And we've had some snafus, we've had some things that technology issues, and unfortunately, I am very technology savvy. It's fortunate and unfortunate, because that means that if I can, I should. I should help. And I have the capability, and we're under a deadline. So I've been really up to here in both creative space and then also technical space, which, if you would have asked me yesterday at 5 p.m., I would have been like, I don't know what I'm doing. Then by about 11, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm creating some good stuff here. And then I was up until almost 2, because I just couldn't sleep. I was really working on this. And so I was thinking this morning, as things are kind of tightening and trying to get all this stuff together and done, how do I want to go through this? And I was remembering the conversation I had yesterday. For those of you who were able to watch, if you weren't able to, um, it'll be posted today on the YouTube channel. It seems like yesterday was totally my day to goof up where things are supposed to be posted. I have no idea how I did that. But I am going to go out and watch, either on my business page or on the YouTube channel, the conversation I had with Barb Demirs yesterday. And I will tell you, it was just so delightful. But one of the things she talked about at the end of our conversation was, how are you going to dress for your day? Who do you want to be today? And I thought, gosh, this is brilliant. And I've heard her talk about this before. And it's really easy to go, oh, that's a good idea, and just kind of like let it over. And I'm like, what if that is as much a part of my practice as what we're doing here? What if, no matter what, I am choosing my clothing, how I am in the world? And it's not like, I'm not choosing things that hide what's real about me. I don't want to be inauthentic in what my style is, what I want to present. I don't want to be showing everybody that I'm happy when really I'm ripped up inside. That's not authentic. That's not, I don't think that that's what she was meaning by this. I don't think it's about creating another layer of facade in our lives, but it's making the choice in how we want to emanate and vibrate in our truth in the world, and how I want to be seen and how I am choosing to be seen. And I thought it was such a good um, thing to think about. And this morning I woke up and I'm like thinking about the rain, and I was thinking about the green, and then I was thinking about the clothing, and I thought, how beautiful is it? The idea that every moment, not just every day, but every moment we're washed anew. That we are in the if we are willing, we have access in every moment to choose, to restart, to realign, to come back into wholeness in every single moment. That, to me, like, when I really feel into that, I feel the power in that, and I feel the we talk about empower, and I've learned, I just really hi everybody. Look at everyone who's on. Hello, good morning. Um, I really don't like the word empower, EMPOWER, because the definition actually matters, which means it's the idea that someone can bestow power to you or give you in some way, like it's a transaction. And that's a weird concept. It implies that you yourself do not have the ability to summon that within you, right? To be powerful no matter what, that someone else must give that to you. So where it works is, for example, as if I'm working in an environment and I have a set of permissions, I have a set of tasks that I need to do, and I empower someone else to do more than they were originally assigned, right? To give them access to more, right? But it's really true in a very tangible, material way. But when we talk about our intangible power, that which is inherent in us, it actually, the word empower is more akin to slavery. It's more akin to being beholden to another to bestow that upon us. Does that make sense? And so, um, and Elaine, I just saw your note. Yes, we'll breathe with you. And I have a few things. So if anybody else has things that they would like us to breathe for them today, Um, we are always breathing, but it's really lovely to set intention. And we as human beings really love intentions. It gives our thoughts somewhere to go. It gives us an idea of what we're floating around. So absolutely, Elaine, as you travel the next few days, I don't know if Mary Catherine's still on, but Mary Catherine asked if we could breathe for her grandfather who has been having some challenges with his memory, and also waking up very, very unsettled in the night, leaving the house in a state of confusion to go back to his old home. And so wondering if we can breathe with him in this release and letting go of the physicality of place and memory and meaning, and bringing it fully into his heart. And Aurora, that you're going back to work, all of these things. Me, that I will finish in a sane way the yearbook. Like, what are we looking for? So I am going to bring this back to the conversation that we were having about being empowered, and that when we're talking, every single one of us has access to our power. We have access to that, and it is ours. And And the way we turn it on is we come into alignment with it, right? It brings us clarity in that it's ours and that we are the ones laying claim to it, that I cannot bestow it to you. I cannot open you to it. Spirit can't open something that is inherent in who you are, in what you are. And so we sometimes are waiting for this empowerment experience to like permission and validation. And in the breath, we are coming to that. That's what it means to be whole, is that we are experiencing that power moving in and through us, not as a force to be received and to push onto others or to push into others, but to be in it, to be of it. And it is who we are. And I like in power. I like powerful, that we are full in our power. We are abundant in our power, that in every moment we are choosing is so, so powerful. And I love all of these comments. You guys keep inviting us to breathe with you. And you know, I will really, really encourage anyone who's watching this, like in the community, what I would really encourage us to do is to um, be willing to post what we need to be breathing, and maybe we just start doing something every week, like what is it you need, what do you need us to breathe with you about, what is that, because it doesn't have to be in this now moment, because we are, that intention is carrying forth everywhere. It's not just now. Hello, 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 beautiful, beautiful, beautiful souls. I'm so glad you're with us today. It's a beautiful day. And we've been talking about power and empowerment. We've been talking about the fact that we get to choose and where that power resides. So if you're just joining us now, you may wish to go back and listen to the beginning part of this once it's posted. Right now, we are also inviting everyone to post your intention for what it is you would like us to breathe into and expand with. And it can be for you, it can be for a loved one, it can be for whatever is heavy in your heart or taking up space in your mind right now. I was laughing. I'm like, please, let's breathe in about this yearbook that I'm working on, right? That answers will come, that people will step up to do the few tasks that are left to be done, that it'll be an invitation to collaboration. So that's what this community is about. Community, community, to commune and in oneness. So community, we're coming together and we breathe together, even when we are not physically together, even when we are not together in the exact same moment, which is what I was talking about, is that this our um this particular practice doesn't just happen when we are attending to it, or in the moment of being conscious of what this practice is. It's now acclimated in our vessel, that when we are breathing, we are always in this practice, that we are always breathing for the all, that we are always in this vibration, that we are always surrendering and releasing. And my guess is many of you have started to notice this, that the things that disturb you are not disturbing you as long, that the things that have been creating pain and discomfort, that you're able to breathe, and there's space, there's inspiration that can enter into your field, that you can open up to that. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Kathy. I love that. And Aurora, you said, I've been working on letting go of my past and old habits so they don't damage this new potential relationship. Right. And be in the story that you have. Acknowledge it, right? That 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 the story is, I can't have what I want because I'm likely going to bring this back, or I have to do this to get this. All of that is, it's dependencies, and the universe, God, infinite, is beyond dependencies. It's the same construct that we cannot um, awaken as a consciousness unless we go through this 5-step process, right? That we must adhere to constructs, and what's happening is those constructs are breaking apart because we have access to be both creator and receiver of everything that we are opening to. It is a new way of being. And it is when we talk about that wholeness, that even in that wholeness, even in that vibration, and I'm guessing this is what's coming up too, Aurora, and I'm just using you as an example, is that as those thoughts come in, there's also, they're not, the roots aren't going as deep. There's not any major story that's attaching to that. It's flowing. It's releasing, and you come back to, well, this is what I have in this now moment. And it's overcoming the habits of the mind, the habits of our thinking, the habits and practices that just go on about their business. Why do I think what I think? Because I've always thought that way. Do I really believe it? No, not really anymore. And so we begin to notice the habits as they arise. We begin to notice the patterns in our behavior, our responses. And in that, we can gently breathe ourselves back to that vibration of truth that resides deep within us, that vibrates very clearly within us, and is more clear and more expanded and more true to us than the noise of our mind. Does that make sense, everybody? Hi, Joe. Welcome. Hi, you guys. So, if you have something you would like us to breathe with, you'd like us to hold that intention, please post that in. We'll do that. Or you can think it, of course. You don't have to write it in, but I invite you to. And if you're just joining us, I really encourage you to go back and listen. There have been some really, really good messages and lessons that have been shared in the beginning part of our mornings every day. So as we do this, just know that information is there, the practice is there, but then sometimes there's some thoughts and things that are expanding. I did talk a little bit about um, uh, I did talk a little bit about the fact that yesterday I had a really good conversation with Barb Demers, and I keep saying I really, really uh, encourage you to go back and listen because it was fun. It was just fun and delightful. I don't think um, I don't think I had what do I want to say? As much fun as I've had, and I just was so delighted, and I had some full on belly laughs during the conversation. And Aurora, I'm going back over some notes here. I have a tendency to think the worst case scenario, and I've been working on letting that go. Can I? I'm gonna I'm I'm gonna offer an idea on that if you guys want. If for those of you who have kind of that habit mind of worst case scenario, or when's the other shoe gonna drop? It's never this good for me. Is that we get so focused on that we forget that we haven't really created a landing place for the good in our lives. So to imagine what it would be like if you could just trust that it was good. So don't worry about letting go, but instead bring your attention to what it would be like if you could trust that good was your natural state, that things coming in are good. Because again, using the law of attraction, using the law of thinking, our thoughts create a reality. So if we are trying to get rid of something, there's a lot of energy on that. So if we're focused on that, then we are going to get more of that. There's no filter in spirit going, hey, by the way, you don't know what you mean. Let me correct you. Right? It's energy begets energy. Ideas beget energy. So if you are concerned, and if your energy is on that which you don't want, you're going to get more of that. It's just that law that works that way. But what you can do is you can, instead of focusing on what you want to get rid of, appreciate that which you want to receive more of. Put more energy to that. Be grateful for all the good that is coming into your life. And what ends up happening is that vibration is louder, more vibrant, more resonant, and more good is coming in. And so it really, really, really does help with that. And we are almost at time to start the meditation. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and happy birthday. I saw that. I love it. Happy birthday, Julia Lennon. And Joe, I'm glad you're here, even if it's just barely. I'm going to guess that you'll wake up a little bit as we breathe. Um, and Sherry, welcome. I love your little picture. I love that. Makes me want to move. So let's get ready to breathe. Hopefully everybody's doing well. It's not too late to put your intentions in if you have intentions. Just so you guys know, I always look over here because on my screen, I can't always see who the people are that are posting. It just says Facebook user and hi Facebook user. So I want to invite you all to this time together and to take a couple of deep breaths and just get yourself situated and comfortable. And we'll get started here in a minute. I realized I put 1222, which is a really funky number. I love that. By the way, we are on day, what is it, 63, I think, or 62. Like, I'm kind of blown away. I just keep thinking about this and how delightful it is that we've been doing this for a while, and what that means, and how we are both supporting ourselves, supporting the world, supporting each other, and how much peace seems to be what people are feeling. Hi, Marcia. How much peace there is growing in the consciousness of this group. I love it. Angela, intention for harmonic relationships within families, friends, and colleagues. Right. And harmony is so funny. I keep coming back to this word, and I'm just going to say this before we get started. Harmony is not it's like everything is included and everything weaves in to create a pleasing sound, a pleasing vibration, because sound is just vibration, that it is pleasing to all, that no one need be left out, right? Or change or be different than they are. Think about that. Think if we could honor ourselves and honor each other and honor those we don't know and honor the life of this planet in that way. And what ends up happening is that we are now vibrating in a pleasing way with each other. That's as close to what I can imagine as peace. That's as close as I can get into, like, what peace could be like. And so as we're doing this harmonic experience, as we're breathing into this, we are opening ourselves to both be the vibration and receive and move with the vibration. We are both and in the both and, when we are in that vibration, what we are doing is we are accessing God. We are accessing the divine, because in the both and, in the paradox where two things make no sense that they can be, that's where the divine resides. And that is exactly where we have peace on earth, peace in our being, peace in our mind, peace in our consciousness. And it's not that nothing is disturbing, it's that the disturbance is optional, that our response to the disturbance is optional. It's as optional as the clothes we decide to put on in the morning. And to me, that is a really beautiful thing. Hello, Maureen. I'm glad you guys are on. We're going to get started. Let's go ahead and take a couple of deep breaths. I'm going to have a little sip of water. I've been sipping on the last of my coffee. I'm a bad coffee person. I love coffee. All right. Take a couple of deep breaths, getting comfortable. I sometimes do this. It really moves all the air out of my lungs. Hi, Carrie. I'm glad you're here. Let's take a couple of deep breaths coming into this now moment. And we breathe. Just letting the breath come and go. Really bringing our attention to the breath. Feeling the ease with which we breathe. As we breathe in, let's breathe in love and appreciation for this body. As we breathe that in, feel all of our cells just open to receive the nourishment, the love, the appreciation. That they open and relax, knowing that all is here, that there is plenty. And we breathe in the energy of appreciation because it is exponential in nature. What we appreciate grows and expands and aligns. It aligns to the infinite nature of spirit in our being, in our consciousness, in our mind, in our cells. And we breathe. As we breathe behind our thoughts, feeling ourselves just move gently behind them. They can continue doing whatever they're doing. But we follow the breath behind our thoughts, behind our emotions, behind whatever is happening. And we fall into this quiet, clear place. It's still and familiar and warm. We feel what it is to be fully us in this now moment. And we breathe, filled with appreciation for this body, for the cells of this body that allow us to operate, for our heart to beat, our lungs to breathe, our mind to think and to trigger all of these functions, our digestion and releasing of waste, all of it. Our body is always working. We appreciate this. We breathe in and we feel the love that we have increase exponentially for every cell of our being, every electronic vibration that moves through us. Appreciating the function of every cell knowing what to do. Rising to the occasion with every breath. Receiving, experiencing, releasing, and surrendering. It is in the nature of who we are to function in this way, to know who we are. Every bit of us knows its function, and we breathe in and feel ours. Our awareness grows to include our energy field that surrounds this body, in every direction. This permeable membrane that allows energy of our being, our vessel, to vibrate in our highest good, to hold and vibrate in the resonance of God, of Spirit. We feel this vibration moving around us, and we appreciate our energetic field, which is a part of our being. It is not separate, it is an extension of our physicality. It is before our senses feel, taste, touch, smell, that we experience the world in vibration. We feel each other, we feel the sun, we feel the vibration of life around us. And we breathe. We are more open to experience the world around us because our vessel is vibrating in alignment with the divine, vibrating in harmonic resonance with Christ consciousness. And only that which is resonant moves in and through our being. And on this we trust and feel more free to be and express and be open and be willing. And we breathe, bringing our attention beneath our feet. We feel our cord to Mother Nature, to Mother Earth. Like an umbilical cord, it reaches from the core of the earth up to our vessel. And it has been here always. Our awareness is more clear, more acute, that we are of the earth. And it is through this tether that we receive love rising up into our awareness, into our being, our physical, our energetic, rising up thick and red and warm, rising up over and through our being. And in every breath, we feel the gentle tug of gravity on our cells, on our being, giving us a sense of home, letting us know that we belong. We breathe in and feel that longing that we have had to know that we matter, that we belong, that we are here. It is quenched as the love of the Mother rises up around us and through us. And we rest in the comfort of her energy, knowing we are home, knowing we belong, knowing that this is our truth. And from here, we bring our attention above our heads, about an arm's length. And here we are open, our vessel now like a tulip, open wide to receive the light of spirit, to be open to the quantum field, feeling more at ease, more at home. The flow of spirit moving in and through us as easily as breathing. We open to receive the light of the Christ consciousness, the force of love, of creation that breathed us into being, moving in and through us, filling us, crystalline white light, pouring forth into our being, refreshing like peppermint. We open every cell of our being, receiving more and growing in our capacity to receive from the field of abundance, that there is no end, there is only more. And our openness is all that is required to receive. And we open. Every cell opens as we are acclimating to what it is to be full and to trust that there is plenty. The light moves into our vessel, nourishing us, and moves outward from us in abundance, that it may nourish, enliven, and enlighten other beings, other humans. It flows through us, and we feel every cell, every part of our being, every bit of energy enliven in this, emitting the light, becoming crystalline in our ability to emanate this light in every part of our vessel. And we breathe with all of humanity, with all of our brothers and sisters. We breathe and increase our capacity to receive, and as we do this, we increase the capacity of humanity to receive, to make room for the light. Our breath is the way. Our breath is our connection to all things, to our oneness, to our wholeness, where we know our truth, we know what is right, and we have clarity. And so we breathe. We breathe in and through this vessel, this body that has carried us through every minute, every moment of our life. Allowing the light to move now through easily and effortlessly, that we acclimate beyond time and space. We are open to everything in this now moment. Our vessels expanding, awakening, enlivening, activating, and we breathe. This body is expanding, every cell expanding like a world, next to a world, next to worlds, creating greater spaciousness, greater receiving, and feeling the interconnectedness between all things, ever more present, ever more knowing. This organism is alive and conscious, and it houses a soul that is open, is whole and complete, casting off its need to know, its need to learn. It opens to the infinite. It opens to all things, expanding in its awareness, expanding in the vibration of oneness. We breathe. We breathe and we expand. We breathe and we are present. And we feel with every breath that we are being breathed. We feel the gentle rhythm of the oneness of God, of the infinite, breathing us in and gently releasing us. Feeling that rhythm awaken in our vessel as we surrender to it. And we breathe. And as we breathe, we are aware that we are the breath that is breathing humanity, helping awaken the many to their own rhythm, open to their light, to their capacity, to their wholeness. And we breathe. As we breathe, we feel our cells breathing. We feel our vessel breathing. We feel each other breathing. And we expand. Our experience of being breathed shapes our vibration. And we share and breathe this vibration, this awareness, this experience into the whole, into the collective consciousness that others may come to feel and know this. We breathe them into the practice. It is our alignment with God, with good, with light, that we surrender in service to the many. We release our need to push, to shape, to know, and we open in the service of our breath. We open and are willing. And as we breathe, we come to feel our power. Feel the power in who we are. Our divine self rising in our own awareness. The vibration awakening through every bit of us, moving between ourselves. And this power is shaped and honed in the vibration of harmony, in the rhythm and expansion of the mother that increases our capacity for love, for wholeness, for truth. We seek this. We are attuned to it and we feel it alive and awake and aware in our vessel. And we breathe. And as we feel this power acclimate in our being, becoming true. We breathe in and feel the wisdom rise up, the vibration of truth, the vibration of knowing that is beyond the limitations of the mind, beyond the limitations of emotion. Deep in our vessel, it resides. It vibrates in the truth of oneness, in the truth of God, in the truth of infinity. We access that which is beyond our understanding. And we breathe in that we come to know this. We feel it in our being as our guide, as our measure. That even in the darkness, the fog of doubt and worry and uncertainty, we see clearly, we feel clearly, we know, and from here we move. We take action in this place. And we breathe and are breathed by love. Every thought, every action in harmony with all of our brothers and sisters, with life, with all living things, known and unknown. We feel it rise up in our consciousness. That we are creators, that our blueprint, our function is to create, is to imagine, is to make way. And we do this now in the vibration and truth of harmony. And we are attuned to this in all that we do. We keep harmony, we seek harmony, we create harmony. And we breathe harmony into the whole. This allows us to be in oneness with that that is not in alignment. We may witness and regard and extend love and appreciation for those who are feeling stuck, who are experiencing a world of limitation, and we breathe with them. We breathe that they may come to feel this stirring in their vessel, that they may find their way to their breath, that they may reach their faces to the light and activate hope and open to inspiration. The breath is the way. O breathers of light, you do great service. There are those that you will never meet that you have served, and those that they will never meet that they will serve. This is the way. And we breathe, and we are willing. And in our breath, the light moves in and between the darkness, the shadows, the structures, the limitations, gently eroding them, making space between the debris that has kept so many from the freedom, the wholeness, the truth they desire. And we breathe. We breathe, and as we exhale, we let go. our attachment to story, our attachment to structure, our need to know, to protect, to manage. We surrender and we open. We are learning to breathe. We are learning to breathe for ourselves because we can, and breathe with the planet because we can, and breathe with our fellow brothers and sisters because we can. We breathe in and we breathe out. And as we breathe in, we are inspired in light, in clarity, and we are expanded with each breath, feeling the nourishment flowing into our being, opening us wider, giving us all that we need, we desire, we long for. And we are fulfilled. And in this we let go. For there is plenty. There is more than we can imagine. And with every breath, it requires less energy. We become efficient and willing. And we open our awareness to life, life that is everywhere present to us, everywhere around our being. We extend our awareness. We expand to feel the plants, the animals, the elements moving in and around us, living, being in their function. They are service. Service for whom? For themselves, for others that they will not know, that they do not comprehend. They only know that this is the way. It is in their nature. And we breathe this truth into our being. We feel ourselves awaken to our own nature and the flow of life moving in and through us, washing away ideas of separation. And we align ourselves to be in the flow of life, in and of all of nature on this planet. There is harmony in nature. There is abundance in nature. What is needed arises, and what is no longer needed is recycled and used again. No thing is wasted. And we breathe, and we feel ourselves extending outward, feeling and acclimating to the vibration and harmony of life. We are one. We are one. And we breathe. We breathe and we know. We expand in our awareness of our connection with all of life, with the Mother, with Spirit, with God consciousness. We are acclimated to the abundance and field of the infinite that moves in and through us, shaping us, awakening us. We feel it in our vessel, we feel it in our consciousness, we feel it in our cells and the energy that moves in and through and between us. And with every breath, we are enriched, we are enlightened, we are vibrating in wholeness. And it is from this place that we are clear, we are awake, and we are aware. We are expanded, and we are vibrating in resonance with the divine, in resonance with wholeness, in resonance with our function. And we open. We feel our expanded awareness. And this is our beingness. It is what we have chosen. And we breathe the light of spirit. We breathe the love of the mother. We breathe harmony with life. And we are enlivened as a beacon of light, allowing this flow of light to move in and through us. And as we are nourished, we are nourishing. It flows easily and effortlessly through us that we gently awaken all to the light of spirit, to the light of truth, and to the truth in harmony. Allow yourself to feel your capacity vibrating and growing every breath. Your capabilities, your gifts, your talents awakening, that you may continue to be of great service to yourself, to your fellows, and to this planet. It is not in the how, but in the willingness, dear ones. And we breathe. We breathe in, and we know that I am. I am that I am. I am one with all that is. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am. I am. I am. Beloved breathers of light, your willingness is met with gratitude and appreciation. Feel us breathe with you. You're opening your willingness to be in service beyond the self, beyond your knowing, beyond what you can truly understand, is a sacrifice of being, is a sacrifice of what you have known yourself to be. It requires an opening, a willingness to be pulled upward, outward, and expanded beyond the shell that you have imagined yourselves to be. Breathe in and feel this expansion of your being. This is not just in this moment, it is who you are. It is who all of humanity is. We are not here to tell you how to be, dear ones. We are helping you to understand what is your nature, who you have always been. The consciousness of this planet is opening more and more as you breathe, to hold the vibration of wholeness, to see beyond black and white duality, but to embody, embody God within. It does not require limits. Language, thoughts, beliefs, all of these things create limits in your vessel. It does not mean to stop speaking, dear ones, but to see and understand that there is room for your ideas to flow through and they will continue to expand. Your need to grasp, to know, to provide solidity slows your expansion. It is new practice. It is moving from the habit mind, that which moves and does without thought and awareness, to fully being awake and aware, and to do so with grace and willingness. We love you. You are the child of all that is. What is there not to love? We breathe love in to your vessel with you. We are breathing with you that you may come to vibrate in this truth. Where you are holding back, you are unwilling yet to let go. What will it mean? Hmm. It is not a matter of faith. Faith comes in the doing, not before. Give yourself the willingness to take an action that you do not understand, and it will beget more willingness from you. Trust in this, dear ones. It is an undoing back to wholeness. We honor you, we bless you, we breathe with you, and we remind you of who you are. Mm. Oh, lately I will tell you, it's so lovely. I don't want to come back. I'm just, and I don't mean that I don't want to be here. Just, I'm like, it's so gentle and loving. It's like what I would imagine floating on a cloud to be like, kind of like being in a pool, but also fluffy. And I don't know. It's just beautiful. I just feel very, very supported and very loved. That love is just rising up, and how gentle, 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 gentle. We're like newborn babies. And there's a part of us that goes, "What's wrong with you? Why don't you have it together, baby?" Like, and we can't do that. We have to treat this baby that we are. This we have new skin. We're fresh and pure and new, and every moment, every breath, we're washed over. And what else is there but gentleness and grace? And I just think about I have I have a daughter who is 19 months, and I just want to still, and she's not this big anymore, and she's just so absolutely wonderful. And I think that, like, I can't imagine being in her face going, "What's wrong with you? Why don't you have it together? Why can't you get it together?" It just is not okay anymore. Yes, comforting. I love this. I almost fell asleep today. I felt like the how was talking to me as I've been working on releasing the old. Yeah, that I can feel that. I can feel what you're saying. And it feels, I think so often we, m- we, we move to the mental process of what we have to do, right? This like, how do I do it? Do it. And it all gets back up here. And when we go back behind our thoughts, when we allow ourselves to rest in that place of knowing and let our thoughts be out here, can you imagine? And I'm wondering for those of you who have gotten there, maybe some of you haven't, to breathe behind your thoughts to that still, quiet place. Like, can you imagine even needing that agitation, that harshness, that hardness? Very powerful. Very powerful. I'm just going to go back. I got to go back this way so I can see what people are saying. Victoria, it's comforting. I agree. I feel that too. Angela, wrapped in warmth and light and love. Yes, I am feeling that as well. Carol, I hope in time to understand today's gentle message. Well, what's nice is that as we breathe, it's already there. Everything that we're doing is there. It's that sometimes we get caught up in the mental process. And so how do we just trust that we actually know? It's like how do the heart cells know to be heart cells? They don't go to heart cell school, right? They don't go and learn lessons. They don't follow the 5-step process. They follow that which is innate in them. And I feel like that's what we're being brought back to. Shalena, it was wonderful. I'm feeling so wide open right now. Kathy, well, that was for me, and I had someone talking in my head during almost the whole meditation. I know who it is, and I asked, "Could you please wait until I'm done?" And he quieted. I wondered how everyone else deals with that, and I feel the answer was not everyone has this happen. It's true. Uh, for so many years, I think this is why I've had a hard time focusing. Isn't that a powerful awareness? And um, and I would say I'm going to guess that other people have that as well. I will tell you that it took me a while to realize, like, that I had been channeling my whole life because I had just habituated it. I had just gotten into, well, this is just how I operate. I didn't have any other way to go. This isn't what it is. So, Victoria, love that Eiley. I love her too. And she just, I just want to eat her up. Marcia, wowzers, I agree. So drowsy. Shalena, all the love I felt like I've been missing, I received today. Oh my gosh, how powerful is that? Um, Victoria, my kitten crawled up on me and fell asleep during this. I'm telling you, those animals just love channeling. Whenever I do events on online, people's dogs are coming up on them, or when I'm in people's houses, the dogs are like on me, the cats are on me. They always say, "I don't know my cat never does this. I'm like, yeah, it's not just me, it's the energy, it's the vibration. They just feel very familiar with it. Jennifer, I kept getting visions of Lady Nada for some reason today. Hmm. She's definitely, I will just tell you, she's definitely a part of the how. She's definitely integrated and teaching from this consciousness as well. So I think that I'm not actually surprised. I haven't thought about it, but I'm going to check in on that too. Um, Carrie, right? Alexandra Rubin, but it's Carrie. That was lovely. Thank you. Adrian, thank you. Great foggy days. Sherry, I always work with the animals. I know so many good things. And Marcia, Nia, I'm working during the week. Is it possible to have the same experience if I hear the replays later? Absolutely. And I'm actually really glad that you asked that question because you will have the same experience. And because time doesn't really exist. So we are, whenever you are joining with the intention and the integrity of this group. So you just join right in. And wherever you are, this is it's ever young, ever present. You can catch it anytime. And if you want to, um, within the group, you can do if you guys, if there's a time during the week that people want to do something in the evening, what I would suggest is doing a watch party, and just setting a time that people like maybe 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. And then you can even be in a community together and be having conversations, which is kind of nice. It doesn't, just because we do it live at noon doesn't mean you can't do it at another time. So, the other thing that I'm going to throw out to the group, and I'll post this, is I may be looking for another admin for the group. And so it would require kind of checking in daily and in allowing people into the group, but also um, posting some things and just checking in. So if that's of interest to you, message me, but I'll also post out so that more people will see that. But I want to extend that out to this group. And I'm glad. And Aurora says I can attest for joining later because she'll always go back and rewatch with my son before bed. And I just think that's awesome. I mean, like, that's what this is for. And if you want to share these, you can go out to my YouTube channel because everything we do in the group can't be shared outside of the group. But if you find that you want to share these, or if you want people to see them, that's why I have the YouTube channel, so that people can share them. So if you are finding yourself that you really want to go out and do that, that you can go and access them there. Um, and Jennifer says, I keep thinking about how she, Lady Nada, held the light for her sisters and brothers for their success. Exactly. Exactly. And that's really, really true. And also that that was in and she did that in a couple of lifetimes where she is very selfless and that being service, really embodying that energy of service. And so this is very much in that alignment. It is in alignment with the divine feminine, but it is, think of it as everything we've imagined that to be is is like a story, around, like a fable, or like a fairy tale, and the actual is so much more um, powerful and um, real and tangible and less fantasy. And so I think that's part of what we're experiencing now as this new consciousness is coming into the planet, the new divine, it's new. When we think about divine feminine, we oftentimes are bringing up archetypes that were created in the consciousness and of a divine masculine consciousness. So it it is in a way of duality, being able to pull apart to understand, whereas the divine feminine is it's all, and understanding is less than necessary. It is more of an experience. And so we're coming to acclimate to this. Wow, 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 wow. This is some amazing stuff. And if you join late, I really encourage you to go back and listen to the beginning of this practice. Today, the message I think was pretty important, and so I really, really encourage you to go back and listen. And Kathy Brown, I'm starting to read about Mary Magdalene. I'm so amazed how strong she has been, and no wonder they feared her. And here, so again, she there is a lot with that, and we have to remember that a lot of the energy with these archetypes and with what we're having that um, that there is a construct of of that holds these paradigms. So I really encourage you, as you read this, read the story that's being presented and feel the truth in it from this new vibration. Allow yourself to open, because I think the mother that you've been connecting with, Kathy, will also help provide guidance for you as you're reading this, as you open it. So read the story, feel what has been true in our history, what we have allowed to seep into our beliefs and shape who we are as women, shape who we are in relation to spirit, in relation to the Christ consciousness, what the rules are, the constructs around that. Feel all of that rise up, and then use your breath and use your connection with the voice in your head, the mother that is speaking through you, to whisper truth, to help shape that even more, to open you up even more. I hope that helps. You guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. I am going to go have lunch, and then I'm going to go work on the yearbook. And I feel renewed and clear and excited. And I just want to thank you all. I love you. Have a blessed day, and I will talk to you soon.